Now, what about if you go to a chocolate store? What do you go there? Chocolate to me is starch added with flavor. Flavored starch. You know, if I would have to eat, or if you think, I would never think. I don't have cravings at all for this trip at all. So if you think that, are you telling me, Roger especially would say, are you telling me I cannot go to the chocolate store anymore? Yeah. But no, if you really have to, in the process of your changing of your habit and your craving, to me, never deprive yourself. Because you're just going to break loose and you eat tons of it, you just never deprive. What I can suggest is that form yourself a group of 4. Whenever only once a week you go to a chocolate store together, order one plate. only after you eat protein meal, a major meal. Order your own major meal, eat all the protein, vegetable, everything else. Then you order a chocolate and share it for a meal. As a dessert. So you have your, you curb your craving and you get to taste it, right? You're not completely out of it, and eventually your taste bud will change, your body will change, and you don't need it anymore.
Laksa.
Laksa soup, ham, and everything else with taugeh.
And no noodle.
No noodle. It's possible. Okay? So that's a how-to part. We talk about how to start eating low carb.
No,
just the laksa with the thing without noodles.
Yeah.
That's what I ordered as well.
Yeah.
Take it as
Yeah. Laksa soup. I make laksa in Jackson. I make the laksa soup from scratch. And I just put all kind of ingredients. I put prawns, lobster meat, I put fish, I put chicken with taugeh. It's a laksa lobster.
First 2 times the store, people will get you like that. After that, they soup, laksa soup.
Yeah, so it's possible. So you don't have to give up eating chocolate, but I'm not encouraging you to eat it as a main meal. Eat it as a dessert, as a treat. Okay, that's the scenario of doing it, and eventually your body sleeps. How many of you remember what number of gram of carb that Dan has mentioned earlier? That your body will switch from using sugar as fuel to using fat as fuel. A switching point below 50 grams. You have a question?
Oh, I was just going to make a comment because you kind of made reference to it and I didn't say it. If you're going to eat carbs, it's so much better to eat the carbs at the end of the meal. It's kind of just, it's exactly the same as alcohol. If you take alcohol in an empty stomach, goes right to your head. It goes right in your bloodstream. Same thing happens with carbs or sugar. If your stomach is empty, it hits your bloodstream right away. But if you filled your stomach with fat and protein, then it's just the absorption is much slower and it's smoother, and so it's not anywhere near as bad. So when you do splurge or have your treat, you always do it after a proper meal with fat and protein, like Kelly has described. So think just like alcohol, same thing.
Yeah. That's how your body works. You don't actually put the sugar directly. So if you plan to, it all depends on your own body, your own goal. If you plan to switch your body to use fat as fuel from where you are now, below 50 grams of carb per day. That is the goal. And that is very low.